What's the main reason that the Emma Watson International Crime Organization attacks my body for 18 months? It makes me feel so bad. Do they want something from me? Do they have a goal? They may want something from me. But other than this being just an excuse, because you don't attack people's bodies just because you want something, it's not why they attack my body. They attack my body because they believe that they are allowed to do so. That they can go ahead and do whatever they want and attack people's bodies and get away with it. And worse, it became a habit for them. Even worse than that, they do it out of pure cruelty. So they think that they can get away with it. It became a habit for them, and they do it out of cruelty. Evidentially, they attack my body on many occasions. They try to attack my body at times of which numbers they try to communicate to me that I'm supposed to use those numbers to serve them. And there are many different numbers. It's not just one number, part of one particular thing. There are many things and many numbers for which they attack my body. But it's not just numbers. It's when I'm passing my time trying to enjoy something or doing my daily activities that they would attack my body. For example, when I went to my friend's wedding and he and some girl were getting married, the Watson gang began attacking my feet in an attempt to suggest that this is what will happen between me and Watson. It will never happen. Or when I'm watching a movie, they begin to attack my feet in an attempt to associate something in a movie with Watson. Now let me say this. If they want to associate something in the movie or some numbers with Watson, they can write an article and publish it. Or if they want to get more personal, they can write a respectful email letter and send it to whomever it is that they want to know about it, to be informed about it. But they choose to attack the body. They choose an evil and disgusting method to communicate whatever it is that they want. They have an option to be polite, to be respectful, to be harm-free, to not cause the person any harm, any disturbance. But they choose the opposite. They choose the method that makes the person suffer. Sometimes they purely try to make me suffer without trying to particularly communicate anything. For example, I would watch a movie, and in relation to random words, they would sharply attack my feet in a highly disturbing way that would make me suffer. Or for more specific examples, when I watched the movie Escape Room, in which there were various rooms that the people inside had to cleverly find a method to escape them, to escape the trap in those rooms. So there was the room that was in like some sort of a bar, and maybe there was something like that the place was going upside down, or the floor was dropping. The floor tiles were dropping. There was this woman that kept climbing all over the room, and the camera work was showing off her body, was showing off the front of her body between her legs, and this pose and that pose. The entire scene was showing off her bodies, and eventually she fell down. And there was some sort of a satisfaction in that moment when she fell down, because she was showing off her body so much, and she kept climbing and climbing and climbing, and eventually she fell down. And there was some sort of a satisfaction in it, because she was climbing and showing off her body so much, and then she fell down. So when I experienced this feeling of satisfaction and relief, they suddenly, sharply, and very disgustingly attacked the bottom of my foot to inflict suffering upon me, because they knew that I experienced a pleasure in this moment, that I was enjoying the movie, that I was genuinely enjoying the movie. They wanted me to suffer. They wanted me to suffer with the expression of Watson's ego in that attempt to make me suffer. That was example number 1. Example number 2 is when I watched the movie Cruella from 2021 with Emma Stone. There was this scene when she burned off the top layer of her dress and revealed the dress that was underneath. It was a very cool moment, and I enjoyed it. However, right when this moment happened, they began to violently attack my shins. Why would they do it? Why would they ruin the pleasure that I was experiencing, the moment that I was enjoying when I was watching the movie? They were just cruel, evil, sadistic facts. Example number 3. I watched the movie Knives Out, which is a thriller with a climax at its ending. And each time I tried to watch the climax scene, they began to violently attack my lower legs and feet. Why would they do this to me? If not just to ruin my experience and force me to suffer. And then I rewinded this scene to try and to watch it from the beginning, and again they began to violently attack my lower legs and feet. And so I kept rewinding this scene several times, over and over again, and over again they kept attacking my lower legs and feet. They would not, under any circumstance, allow me to watch that climax of the movie. Why would they do it unless they are just cruel, sadistic fucks? There were times when I tried to enjoy a movie with my mother and sister, or just with my mother, and watch a movie together, and they would just attack my feet the whole throughout the movie. They would not let me enjoy the movie. They kept making me suffer throughout the movie out of pure cruelty. There were times when a woman would appear in front of me in a gym or elsewhere, and they would attack my feet in reaction of that woman appearing in front of me, as though trying to force me to relate that woman with feet. Why do they try to force me to make such a relation? Why do they force it upon me? It's not the way I am, and it's not the way I want to be, but they try to force it on me violently by attacking my feet against my will. And when I came back home and I wanted to rest on the sofa, they began to violently twitch the bottom of my feet to the point of causing me extreme suffering. And those events just happened recently. What happened before that was a lot worse. For example, when I went to sleep, they began to violently and sharply stimulate my feet to the point of forcing me to suffer and forcing me to enter a state of sleep deprivation. And they would react almost anything that I think, do, or watch with extremely violent foot stimulation that caused me massive amounts of suffering. So here I am showing you examples that really they never had any single particular goal in making me suffer. Even if they had any, it would have been just an excuse. But the true reason that they attacked my feet and lower legs to the point of making me suffer over 18 months is that they are sadistic, cruel fucks, and they thought that they could get away with it, and that it became a habit for them. Much assured that they will be punished, they will all be hunted down and slain without any mercy.